Good evening, everyone. Hope you can hear me. Good to see, good to see people getting here bright and early. We've got a few games to get through this evening, obviously, including a couple of internationals potentially. So we'll see how we go about doing that. So you'll probably see the Super League loading screen occasionally. Good to have you here. We'll jump straight into the action, I guess, because we do have some managers here already, I see. Um, Before we do, though, just a quick reminder of the results as they came in last time out. Thanks to Fifey and his excellent efforts. We had Dudley, sadly for Dudley, losing to Badgers. We had Exiles, sadly failing to win at Vikings. They did have the chance because Haggis lost to Sloths. So there was an opportunity there for someone to sneak in, but it wasn't to be. And this is how we ended up with the 4 wins, got to be a record. There's probably stats on that somewhere. I doubt it, but it's a decent point. It's a good round for the away teams. But yeah, the stats will be looked at in great detail after the end of the season. Um, it's not as unusual to have a lot of away wins as it perhaps seems, but we'll get back to that. Um, East Coast, as mentioned, 3 or 4 weeks in, and then that was kind of it for them. And never really looked back. At least in terms of league position, they built up such a big lead that it didn't really matter that the second half of the season wasn't the best. Um, Former champions Badgers ended up in third. Yeah, missing out on goal difference to Northern Burn. Northern Burn, meanwhile, that's a spectacular jump. As Ian mentioned, the second half of the season was better than the first one, although not mightily so. But of course, when it matters, he was straight in there. Badgers, meanwhile, had a very similar curve, also sort of leaving it a little bit late, but getting straight into the action here. Look at Los Santos. If we compare them, we'll put East Coast up just to get all of this out of the way. And then we'll have, we won't. Okay, never mind. Nolan Burn, go away. Los Santos, sort of a up and down. They're always sort of there and thereabouts. Foss Road had, it looked great for them a while, and then it kind of looked a little bit tricky, but they managed to just squeeze in. And last but not least, of course, we have the Haggis, who look nailed on for playoffs were never actually out of it for the whole season, much like East Coast, just a little bit less dominant, but almost fell at the last hurdle here. So that's how it worked out for them. Exiles, of course, looked as if they were on track, and then kind of wavered towards the end of the season. Dudley, unfortunately for them, sort of a decent-ish start, but a couple of poor results and never really recovered. They had a long period of poor games here, and then yeah, just wasn't really to be. Sancte somehow owned nine position, started badly, but turned the ship around and did okay in the end. Sloths never higher than ninth. Stanley never higher than 11th. Stackington, okay start, complete mess in the middle, and decent-ish finish. Fulchester, just a little bit of a tough season for for Dan, as we've said before. And finally, Vikings started off good. It looked okay, and then it looked worse and worse and worse, and it ended up being quite bad. But Steve will bounce back next season. I'm convinced about it. So that's where we're at. That's how we ended up in this particular situation where we have the elimination final first leg. Badgers against Haggis, Los Santos against Foss Road. Following that, we will have the second leg of this, which will be Foss Road against Los Santos, Haggis against Badgers. Following that, in between these two, there's an Australian international. Following this, there's East Coast against Northern Burn, and I believe another Australian international. The second leg of Northern Burn against East Coast, and if we have time, if it's not spectacularly late, and if you guys are still around, we will do the minor semi-final, which will be the winners of these kind of elimination things against each other, and then we save the preliminary final and the grand final for next week. Those are one-off games, the last three that I mentioned there, of course. So let's see how it goes. First up, we have Los Santos against Foss Road. So good luck to Scott. Couple of changes. It's two new faces in at AMC. It's Araujo and Debski, who come in, and Kalashaks, of course, is the preferred striker. On the bench, the extra man is Tristan, and yeah, as mentioned. Who are they? Debski and Araujo? Come on, man. Have you never heard of Araujo? He's looking promising. And Debski too. I mean, you know, it's good. It's good. Believe, believe. Steve Wright AMC pairing. Well, maybe. Anyway, that's Los Santos. That's how they line up for their opening game this evening against Foss Road. Good luck to Scott. He is up against Foss Road, who finished fifth, and they are without Marinho, they are without Gerard, they are without Zambrotta. So that's obviously a bit of a loss for them. At the back, we have the same as last time out. We've got Hofland, Lauwers, and Elias Keane Van Bronckhorst. Then a bit of a new sort of setup in midfield. We've got Kuhl, Cole, Totti, Saviola, and Crespo making up sort of the attacking five. And then we've got Argel, Costa, Trezeguet, and Del Piero. Soon to be without three more. Uh, Most likely, yes. Keane and Celius probably, at least one of them likely to pick up a yellow card this evening, but we will see how it goes. Um, Foss Road, of course, with a great defensive record, Los Santos not afraid of scoring goals, so it could be an interesting matchup here. I believe we can look at the past meetings as well. It's been fairly even, to say the least. Obviously, most recently, Los Santos beat the Foss Road 2-0, and yeah, so it's going to be even, I guess. But let's see how even it is. Even Doggen up the Unicorn Dragons. Well, let's see how they go. Uh, Commentary speed, we will do this on very fast. We'll slow down if it gets interesting, but in the interest of time and everyone's mental health, then let's keep it at a decent pace. Good start from Los Santos, both Debski and Araujo involved early on, but nothing came of it, and instead it's Foss Road who are starting to press forward. Los Santos then had a bit of a quiet period, and we're actually coming up to halftime already. That went very, very quickly. Saviola tries to combine with Crespo. Shot on target wasn't to be for them there. Totti and Crespo combining again. It's looking decent for Foss Road. Los Santos have struggled a little bit. As mentioned, they won the last game 2-0, so they have proven that they can beat Foss Road. But what will it be tonight? Let's see. Foss Road stats here at halftime is that Kevin Hofland's already on a 9, everyone else on 7s and 6s. Shots for Kuhl, for Cole, and for Crespo. Sort of a decent distribution of the passing, and a lot of tackling from Roy Keane. Smart says as is. Um, We'll have a look at Los Santos. It's Petit, unsurprisingly, and Lisa Rasu, the two big names for him, are the sort of the experienced players that always do well, get good average ratings. Not been brilliant from anyone else so far. Araujo, Milevski, Shax, struggling a little bit. We'll see if Scott wants to make any changes at halftime or if he's happy enough to roll until 60. Roll till 60. Indeed, that's what we're going to do. He has got Rosicky Guerrero on the bench as well, Tristan as well. Slow down as usual, up to 60. Make sure we stop it right at the mark. Roy Keane somehow going forward and finding himself with a shot on target there. A perfect tackle by Petit to stopping Totti, but it's Crespo now, and there's Saviola open the scoring for Foss Road. Not what Los Santos wanted to see, but Foss Road have been very, very effective with this one up top formation that they've gone for this evening. Let's have a look. Yeah, it was all Foss Road here in the start of the second half, and they lead 1-0 with 28 minutes left to play. Martin Lausen is on a 6, everyone else is on 7s and 8. It was Crespo with the assist for Saviola. Manager saves himself getting dragged there. Potentially, yes. Yeah, good solid start to the second half on Foss Road, and plenty to think about for the opposition manager. Foss Road go as is. Araujo, Milevski, Shax, and Debski are all on 6s. Not what the manager wanted to see. Lassisi's down on 78% fitness as well. It's a tough one for Los Santos at the moment. I'll have a look and see if the manager wants to do anything here. Presumably so. We put Tristan on for Araujo, and we swap him with Carlos and that is it. Excellent. Let's see what happens in the second half. Los Santos have made an attacking substitution. Carlos the more dangerous player, is now down in the AMC role, and we have Tristan up top. not a hugely rated goal scorer in the Super League, Tristan, historically, I think, but you never know. You never know what happens on the evening. There is Tristan, and there is Dyer. Dyer hits the post for Los Santos. They have been definitely better after the 60 minutes and after that change, but they still haven't found the back of the net. That's going to be a yellow card for someone. Someone caught Totti, not entirely sure who that was. Here comes Sinoni Milevski, and the boys comes forward for Los Santos. Still hasn't been able to find the back of the net, though. I think Dyer's shot that hit the post was probably the closest that they've been. Devsky was caught offside there. Unfortunate for him. Andre with a good save. He has been, of course, making a big difference for Los Santos after joining. Very solid goalkeeper, and one that Scott obviously enjoys and have played a lot. Sinoni just can't beat Saley as the Foss Road defensive midfield line just proving a little bit too hard to get by this evening for Los Santos, but they have got another 8 minutes left to play. Things could still happen here. It's Henshaw coming forward. It was Van Bronckhorst that brought him down. Just 1 or 2 minutes left to play now. Will anything happen? It will not. It will not, unfortunately for Los Santos. Foss Road take the 1-0 win here. Los Santos, it seemed as if they were more into it in the second half, but it's Foss Road who gets all of the credits for shots and shots on target. Pass completion and everything else seems sort of fairly even. Headers won even in Los Santos' favour. I just didn't manage to get enough shots off that evening. Martin Lausen is on a 5, unfortunate for him. See Elias, Van Bronckhorst, everyone else doing kind of okay, not a spectacular performance by any stretch of the imagination from Foss Road, but enough to actually take the win. Lizarazu, a brilliant defensive display from him, gets a 10. Emmanuel Petit picks up a yellow, and there were no yellows for Smuts. That could be a game changer for the next game, of course. Carlos Shax down on a 5, Devsky on a 6. We'll probably see some changes for the second leg for Los Santos, but we'll get back to that later on this evening. Righty then, moving swiftly on, we have got the haggis. I've not seen Mr. Campbell here this evening, but it's time, so we gotta go, and and that's where we're at. So let's have a look at haggis and their lineup. Anelka and Montella have been swapped around. I need to double check that car dude out on the right hand side, but I believe it's correct. Indeed, it is. The only change was at DMC, where I believe Ted Schatz was playing earlier, and he has been replaced by the regulars, by Petkov, by Yeremis, by Saidis, Bauman on the left, Khan on the right, Cruz at AMC, Samuel and Cannavaro. It's a solid lineup here for Haggis, and they're up against the Badgers, obviously. As mentioned, the big drop there from Haggis, dropping from second till sixth on the last game and of the regular season. So we'll see if that does anything. I don't know if it means anything. Maybe you start away, or I don't know. Anyway, this is how Haggis line up this evening. Up against the Badgers, a couple of changes for them. It's Ronnie J who comes in at DMC for Klompe. Scally comes in for Di Biagio, and Neil Lennon takes Scally's place on the bench. I believe those were the changes. And then we have added, or is it the other way around actually? Is it Scally and Lennon? I will have to double check that. No, it's Scally starting. I think that's right, and Lennon on the bench. Apologies for the confusion there. Excellent. Salas is the fifth substitute. We'll have a quick look and see how the past meetings have been. On paper, it's not looking great for the Badgers. Having said that, though, evening, Steve. Having said that, though, they drew the last one and they won the one prior to that. So this season it's not been too bad. You've missed Foss Road beating LSK 1-0 away from home in the first match. Now we have Boothtown Badgers up against the Haggis, and we will see how it goes. First half on full speed. Let's see if Badgers can get off to a flyer, or if Haggis will be the dominant side, as they historically have been in this encounter. It's Petkov who opens the scoring on 8 minutes. Badgers struggling to control this match early on, but they are getting back into it. Thierry Henry, Giggs, big names, obviously. A good save from the Haggis keeper there. Probably one of the best keepers in the league, if not. I mean, Shea Given probably has a higher average rating, but he has had a very, very good season, the Haggis keeper. Coming up to halftime, it was fairly even, 3 shots each. All of Haggis's were on target, Badgers weren't. That's probably where the main difference lies here, and 25% of headers won. Evening, Mr. Campbell, just in time. Um, Not vintage stuff. Sixes and sevens, plenty of them. No assist either. And tackling stats, Ibrahim Said has been doing pretty well here. Bauman Samuel on sixes as mentioned, and Elkes on a six as well, but unlikely to get pulled at this point, considering that they are leading 1-0. Meanwhile, the Badgers, Taters already says as is till 60, so that's what we're going to do. Yeah, it's bit of a waiting game here. We'll see if anyone wants to do something at 60, obviously, depending very much on the outcome of the first 15 minutes of the second half. But Raiders with a good save, a good shot and a save from the Haggis keeper, actually. It means the Badgers have had a shot on target at least. But it's been very quiet after that. Rayard comes forward here. Rayard past Palmer, past Samuel, and a fierce shot, but a good save there by the keeper. Um, The ball stays in play though. CC Roberts getting involved as well. Goal scoring hero from a couple of nights ago was CC. Definitely a much better start to the second half by Badgers 5-2. Haggis remain on 3-3. Cannavaro, as mentioned, is on a 6. He's not going anywhere. We might see a substitution for Anelka though, as he is also on a 6, as Haggis looks to tie this one up. But we will see what Mr. Campbell wants to do. Meanwhile, Badgers, I presume some changes are going to be made. They've been struggling down the wings. Giggs and Mendieta, and Thierry Henry has also not covered himself in glory. 2 shots, both off target, and he is on a 6. Tomadera for Anelka says, Mr. Campbell, we shall do that. And that is it. We go back to the Badgers and see if the manager wants to make any changes at this point. Presumably so. It's difficult one to turn around away from home, so should really be getting a goal here, I guess. Extend winger out to the top, and that's it. Excellent. Last 30 minutes coming up. Good luck to both managers. As mentioned, Badgers have had the better of the second half so far. Brilliant challenge from Samuel there, it said. Um, and Rayad has been hugely active in this game. Not managed to make a difference on the score sheet just yet, but looking hopeful. Looking hopeful for Badgers that they can still create something. But it's Hank is coming forward. It's Mendieta, who's not had a great season. Scally with an important challenge. Dismissed as a myth by the manager before the game, but an important challenge. And can Badgers then go back up and capitalize, get a goal back? Badgers hold on to the ball. Paredes again, loose ball. It's all a bit of a mess. Oh, and that could be very, very, very dramatic now, and a big issue for the second game that Cannavaro is out. So even if Badgers won't be able to get back to uh, equal here, uh, then in the next game with Cannavaro out, who knows what could happen. Scally off for Sousa, put him central, say take hours off DMCs. Okay, we shall do that. And Badgers, Scally, Proton for Cruz Proton. Yeah, I'll get that done in a second, yeah, don't worry. Where are we here? Neil Scally on for Sousa. Central arrows off the DMCs. Excellent. And Haggis, Proton for. Where did he go? Cruz, Proton. There. Good. Good, 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 good. Well, it was a bit of drama there. Both managers have given me their changes. Let's just double check. Yeah, all looks good. And we'll see. if Pettis can find a goal here just at the end, trying their best to capitalize on being a man up, obviously, but still taking the arrows off the DMCs just to not get overrun on the counter. But it looks as if they're pretty much in control. Paredes has been very, very active in this game, obstructing Montella there, giving away a free kick. But apart from that, he's actually been super active coming forward. Jeremy's comes forward now, though, his opposite number for the Haggis. And there's Tomadero. Oh, it's so close, but it's a corner. Toldo, another solid keeper, getting involved here and saving that. Oh, is that going to be a card? No, someone was upended, but no card. A little bit hectic there towards the end. Cannavaro sent off 5 minutes of added time. Um, yeah, I mean, very even, very, very even there. Good display from the Hackers keeper. He gets a 9. So does Walter Samuel, and everyone else sort of does okay. For the Badgers, it's really Paredes, as mentioned. He was super involved in this one. He gets a 9 man of the match award. Scally was on an 8, got pulled for Sosa in the hunt for another goal, but it wasn't to be. But yeah, great entertaining couple of games we've had here. Very tight and all still to play for in the second games. So what's going to happen now is that you will be seeing the wonderful loading screen for a second while we skip forward. I'm sure you're familiar with this. Edwin Congo has resumed full training. For anyone considering how he was getting on. Um, and yeah, you'll just have to talk amongst yourselves, I'm afraid. I'll bring the screen back up when we get to the actual Australia game, which I believe is the next fixture. Um, and you can have a look at this wonderful lineup. All players in the Australia squad have been selected from outside of the. Can I see our ratings, please? Yeah, sure, you can, of course. I'll give you a quick screenshot of everything. Not a screenshot, but I'll give you a quick chance at both all four managers to see the stuff again from the previous games. Just so, but make sure you pay attention because we're not going to be here forever. We'll just get through this one very, very quickly. Solomon Islands shouldn't prove too much of a struggle for Australia to get past. Although, having said that, Kovacevic has not covered himself in glory there. Goal ruled out for offside. Solomon Islands are holding on, doing well here in the World Cup qualifiers. Oh, there's Kovacevic though. Let's see for the second half, Australia can get uh, another goal here. It seems awfully tight here. It's 6 degrees somehow as well. I'm not entirely sure where this game's being played. I wasn't aware that the Solomon Islands had a 55,000 people stadium. Oh, there we go. There's the second. And let's see as we come up to the end here. Uh, a couple more seconds. Yes, wonderful. Solomon Islands, Australia, 2-0. Fantastic. Being played at East Coast. Aha, aha, aha. Ah, indeed. Indeed, I missed that. Good. In any case, let me fast forward very quickly to the next round of fixtures. And I will bring up your scores and everything just so you can see. Here we go. Apologies for the quietness. We will start with, where are we? With Los Santos and Foss Road. Um, yes, we're playing the second game, and we're playing more games after this. We're playing the Dimble and the East Coast and Burn games as well after these ones, and if we can squeeze it in, the final of these ones, unless you're on mute in this case, in which case it makes no sense what I'm actually saying right now. If you keep switching on and off. Anyway, I'll leave Scott's up first. I don't know if you want to see anything in particular. I will show you the fitness. I don't think you should be aware of the rest, of course. You can also have a quick reminder of the last match, how it went. Um, these were your ratings. And of course, if you want to change tactics, if you have anyone in the reserves, anything like that, that you want to bring up, more than welcome. All changes are allowed, so to speak. Um, Good. Uh, Casting order of appearance: Andre, Henshaw, Lasisi, Milevski, Petit, uh, Dyer, Senoni, and Legion, so wherever he is. And then we're gonna have to find Cabello somewhere. There he is. Where's Jax gone? Jax, Tristan, Taby, Kliosho, Rosicki, Guerrero, and Brosek. Looks good. I hope so. You don't have a captain now because this Rasu's not playing. If you want to pick one, let me know. Looks good to me anyway. It's an only captain. We shall do that. Perfect. Thank you. Good. Proceed to the match. Unicorns. Smuts. It's over to you. You have Argel, the thing. Um, Zambrotta's still out. Gerard's still out. I'm not sure what else I can offer in terms of information. You can, of course, have a look at the last match. Martin Lawson got a 5, Totti got a 6. Um, he's sort of so fuming. Absolutely, he will be. As Moscow says, the Gimp is still injured. Yeah, indeed, he's got a few days left of his twisted knee. So, you want to leave Argel on his orange, or you want the Marinho in instead as the DC cover? I mean, I'm happy to go as is, but it just kind of, I mean, he's got a sprained wrist. I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah, he's at 100, so he's all good. He's good to go. Resumes full training, it says. Good. Excellent. Well, good luck to both managers. Crossroad, of course, won the first one. Los Santos, they'll be looking for, I won't say we won't score. How can you say that? You have the narrow goat. How you have the narrow goat formation? You say you won't score? Well, we'll see about that. First half coming up. Kalajax, second in the top score chart in the league on 14 goals, I think it is. Surely he's got one in him. Surely he's got one in him in this biggest game of the Los Santos season. Uh, Looks as if Los Santos have been a little bit more dangerous in this one. But it's Crespo, 10th goal of the season. Can't keep a good man down. And he has opened the scoring. It's very much uphill for Los Santos now. And they'll be looking with envy at someone like Crespo when they have to play Diego Tristan. But that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. You have a squad, you have options, and you just got to play the cards that you've got, I guess. Los Santos definitely been in it though, but Foss Road looking dangerous when they come forward with that one striker formation. 7 shots, 3 on target. Los Santos has had 4 and 2. I believe that was the same as they had in the first game. Um, Kieran Dyer gets an 8. Everyone else is kind of struggling with the narrow. It's not had the desired effect from the manager, but of course, still time to change things around. a red card, a penalty. It could also be to play for, but it's obviously looking a little bit uphill at the moment. Tristan's done well in terms of passing, if that's any kind of consolation. Foss Road, meanwhile, sevens and eights. They've been looking very solid. Totti got the assist. Good game for him. Kevin Hoffland passing the ball very well around. Roy Keane is on a yellow, and so is Elias, so they will miss the next game. Copy paste as is. Let's see. Los Santos, Guerrero for Cabello, Rosicki for Tristan, and swap with Kalajax. Excellent. We'll roll until 60 and see if Los Santos can get back. I doubt it. I doubt the yellows get wiped. But good question. Meanwhile, Totti fires in a curling shot. Andre saves it. They do not, says Mr. Tato, who is an expert on these things. Kalashnik's come forward. Kalashnik with a low drive, put on a great pressure by Hoffland there. Um, it's kind of now or never for Los Santos. You feel like they're going to have to get a goal now. Um, with half an hour left to play, it's going to be tricky. Something to motivate the boys. Van Bronckhorst, that's a dip. That's the other end, the action. And there comes Dyer. Dyer, who had such a good first half. Can he do something? Legions over the pile driver wasn't to be. 6-2 from Los Santos. They're just not getting the shots on the target. Foster Road with 9-5, just looking much more effective. 18% headers won somehow. Legion so not working for him. Not working in general, unfortunately for Los Santos. They had a decent run this season, but it doesn't look as if it's coming together for them here in the playoffs. They're obviously up against a very, very talented Foss Road squad, but it's not really gone the way that the manager would have hoped for, I'm sure, in this one. Lost the first one 1-0, down 1-0 in the second with only half an hour to play, and most of the opportunities already exhausted. In terms of changes, we'll see what Scott wants to do. Meanwhile, we'll have a look at Foss Road. Presume the manager is basically pasting as is. As mentioned, Roy Keane's on that yellow, so is Elias. Scott rolls. Will we see Trezeguet in action? Del Piero, perhaps? Or we're going as is? Copy paste as is? Does that mean as is? I guess. I'll give it a second, just in case I misunderstood. Mm-hmm. 82% fitness, well spotted. Trezeguet comes on, otherwise as is. Excellent. Last half hour coming up. And nothing happens. That's unfortunate. There comes Totti, though, forward, though. Manuel Petit does his best to stop him. Guerrero's knocked over. Another yellow card for Foss Road. That's for Van Bronckhorst this time. I don't think he was on a last chance, though. Uh, it's just been impossible for the Los Santos players to get a decent shot off. They're having to shoot from distance. Once they get closer to the goal or try to get closer to the goal, it's as if Foss Road just kind of steps up and steps in the way. And there is Joe Cole getting sent off. Well done for kicking the ball away for dissent. Perfect. Excellent. Anything that Saviola to MC maybe? As is Scott. Do you want to make any changes to this one? Long arrows on everyone. Well, that's a lot of yellows indeed, and to key players as well. But I guess they're key because they're always getting involved and putting themselves about and everything. We'll see how that goes in the next round. If they progress, which presumably they will, as Los Santos need to score 3 times in the last 7 minutes, which is possibly unlikely to happen. But we'll see if Scott wants to do anything here just to give everyone a fair shot when there are red cards involved. I think I've been guilty of skipping that in the past, provided that he hasn't chucked the laptop out the window in anger. Nope. Okay, 7 minutes left. Let's see if anything will happen with Joe Cole missing. Dallas Sharks, can he get a goal? Another offside decision. They've been caught offside numerous times this evening, Los Santos. It's just not been their evening. And there goes the final whistle. Foss Road are into the minor semi-final with that excellent performance. 9 shots, 5 on target, 6-2 for Los Santos. Los Santos just struggled attacking wise in to create anything. Good season for Los Santos, though, overall. I mean, solid performance in the league. Not a lot of people probably expected them to be in there with the attacking options that they have. And to equal a squad like Foss Road is a great testament to the quality of the manager. And he'll be back next season for sure, with some younger players developing and another plan. So, thanks, Scott, for your efforts this season. And congratulations to Smarts for moving on to the next round. Um, righty ho. Righty ho. Haggis versus Badgers. We'll go with Badgers first. Um, Klump is back. So I guess I'm just presuming. Um, so basically just reverse everything, yeah. And that should be it for Badgers, I guess. We'll just wait for Badgers to confirm, but I guess so. Um, Christian Tim has been called up to the Germany squad. Okay, looks decent enough. Wasn't wasn't aware that he was playing for the Badgers. But yeah, but that's all good, I guess. Clumpy for Johnson, we've done that. DiBiagio for Scally, Scally and Vetch for Lennon. Yeah, we've done that. Haggis, meanwhile, wanted to see the ratings. Here they are. Uh, um, yeah, it was 7 and 8s and 9s, and it was only really Cannavaro who had a bad game, and Anelka, as you saw. Cannavaro is obviously not playing because he's suspended, and Anelka is on a 6, so that's someone to potentially swap out. So I hope that's sufficient. And of course, the problem is Cannavaro. I presume it's going to be some kind of Saeed swap, and will we see Juan Gomez play potentially? There's Kopiasvili as well. Kopiasvili, we've not seen him at all. Uh, okay. Where is Simao? Simao for Cal. Figo for Cruz. Yeah. And a central defender. I mean, I personally think that you should throw Lev and Kopiashvili in at the deep end, but that's just me. Oh, it'll be as simple as that. Um, Carl on the bench for Proton, I guess, would make sense. He covers that side, or Cruz, whichever you prefer. Not a bad squad, this Haggis team anyway. Cast us up. Excellent. Good, 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 good. Well, here we are then. Simao's contract is no longer protected. Oh well, that's nothing to worry about for now. All looking good. Haggis are good to go at home against Badgers for a spot in the minor semi-final, I guess it's called. And then Cruz for well, oh, there we go. All sorted. Good. Here we go. Aha. Uh, we're gonna have to live with that. You have got second ones specified for all positions, I think. So they're just gonna have to. They're gonna have to do. Haggis against Badgers. Haggis won the first game. Can they win the second one? We kick off the first half. Let's see who gets off to the best start. It seems to have been Badgers actually, who's had the most of the chances. Not found the back of the net yet though. And here comes Proton, Di Biagio. One goal for Haggis and it's done. Well, we will see about that. We will see about that. Thierry Henry could put up some serious numbers this evening. Giggs, Rayad, Badgers are to some extent piling forward, I would say. Haggis not without the chances, but I believe it's been mostly the Badgers so far this evening. Yellow card for Jeremy's. There we go. Indeed, it has 2-1 for Haggis, 5-3 for Badgers. Obviously, makes a big difference to have a DiBiagio and and Klump back. Klump is on an 8. DiBiagio is on a 6. Been brilliant. Um, Not been brilliant for the Badgers, but not been terrible either. Surprised if we don't see David Collins, though. I mean, that's a match winner waiting to happen, isn't it? Meanwhile, over at Haggis, sevens and eights. It's just Simao who's on a 6. We have got Carr on the bench who could potentially come in. Cruz can play that right hand side as well. Maybe even Casas. Oh no, he's left. Anyway, that's how we are for the Haggis. Yellow card for Jeremies won't worry the manager too much. Mario Cuenca doing very well. Both managers roll till 60. Excellent, excellent. Let's see who comes off. Oh, and that's the end of Saeed's participation for this evening. Let's see who the manager drags down to DC now. I'll put the positions up there. Obviously, David Prutton can play there in theory. Carr can play there. Cruz can play there. They've all got pure defenders in their name. So, um, something for the Haggis manager to think about here. That's not an easy position to be in. We'll do Daniel Cruz for Saeed, wherever he is. There we go. How will that work out? May as well have Big Walter one at the back. Indeed. I mean, it's difficult to argue with that. We'll roll till 60. Maybe we'll see that at 60, depending on what Badgers do here. But they should have a good chance now. With Cannavaro out, with Saeed out, Walter Samuel doing it all by himself down at the back there. There's Thierry Henry. Badgers are level 1-1. Disaster for Haggis. And it's all to play for. Half an hour left for all the marbles, or at least a place in the minor semi-final. Haggis have had a terrible game so far, 2-1. Badgers 7-4. Excellent display from them. Uh, well, I say that it's been sevens. It's not bad. DiBiagio is on a 6. Let's see if he gets pulled for Scally. There's David Collins as well. Will we go to golden goal? That's another question that we will have to have answered this evening. Those are the baddest options. We'll see if the manager will do something. Um, I can't see David Collins not playing, but who knows? Who knows? Meanwhile, at the Haggis, um, goal hasn't registered on our ratings yet, so they'll bump up a bit. No, yeah, potentially. Haggis in all kinds of trouble here. Daniel Cruz came in at the back. He's not done brilliantly in the first 11 minutes. Everyone else seems to be doing all right, though. Just not. Oh, I did not see that coming, but I'm a big fan. One at the back. Cruz to AM. C. I get you. I get you. Like this. That's a bold move from the Haggis manager, but I am all for it. Good call by Mr. Edwards there. Tato's not liking it at all. Let's see. Half an hour left to play. Could backfire spectacularly, but could also result in a victory. Who knows? Fortune favors the brave, or does it? We're about to find out. 25 minutes left to play. CC Roberts with a great chance for Badgers. Claims for a penalty. Whoa! Holdo very, very lucky there. Turned down by the referee. Figo with a follow up and Toldo with a great save. 20 minutes left to play, 19 rather left to play. Badgers still coming forward. There's on offside. Thierry Henry picks up a yellow card for holding back Jeremy's of all people. Figo trips someone. There is Cruz directly with a free kick. I said it was a disaster to swap him on. It wasn't. He has equalized for the Badgers. There's 12, 13 minutes left to play. Direct free kick goal from Cruz. Who saw that coming? And there is Montella. He makes it 2. That must surely clinch it for the Haggis, and it's all over for the Badgers. Heartbreak for Booth Town as the all-out attack changes. Really pays off for the Haggis. They make it 3. Petkoff now the score. Oh, they don't. The goal won't stand. A very, very brave move by the Haggis manager. Second most experienced manager in the league, obviously. Um, is that what really counts? I'm not sure, but it has counted this evening so far. Let's see, though. Badgers could potentially find a way back into this, I guess, or they could have if they'd scored at that one. It's Figo who takes a free kick for some reason. Cruz was taking them before and had actually found the goal. Oh, and DiBiagio just picks up a yellow card here just at the end for catching an Elka. And there we go. Final whistle. What a comeback from the Haggis. Excellent, excellent substitution. Inspired by Mr. Edwards. You might suggest. I don't know. I don't want to take anything away from the other Ian. But yeah, good shout there. May as well have Big Walter one at the back. And indeed, Campbell went for it, and that's how it finished 3-1. Excellent, excellent game there. Petkov, man of the match. He gets a 9. He got an assist. Montella got a goal, and Cruz came in a DMC role. Didn't really suit him. Was moved further up the pitch, and obviously scored from the free kick. Brilliant game for the Haggis there, and they go in to play Foss Road in the minor elimination final. And if both of you are able to stay up for it, then we will do that this evening. Um, We'll have a quick look at the Badgers numbers, 7s and 8s. CC Robert with an assist. Bad luck for the manager in this one. They've had a good enough season, but Haggis have always historically had their number. So yeah, and so it was this evening. So excellent. And now we move on to other things, such as presumably another Australia game. But we will get to. Oh, by the way, interestingly, there was news from Foss Road that their disciplinary record is the worst ever. Oh, it looks as if we have East Coast against Northern Burn coming up first. I forgot when the Australia game was, but we'll go with this one then. Just a second as I get this set up for you. Just bear with me. Proceed to the match? No, we will not do that quite yet. So East Coast Cosmos, the big names are back. Rustic was back. Ambrosini is back at DMC. Scholes is back. Shimkoviak is back. Um, yeah, it's probably as strong as they're going to get. Best team throughout the season, in the strongest lineup. That's what Northern Burn have to deal with this evening. So good luck here in the whatever this is, major something. What is it called again? The major semi-final. Indeed, indeed. So good luck. And Northern Burn, they're also without injuries, so they are probably also in their strongest lineup. This is, of course, the key. It's kind of make or break, I guess, for Northern Burn. I don't know if that's harsh. The manager knows what he's doing. He's got a brilliant squad. He's got a great tactic. Make or break for Northern Burn is going to be Emilian Pensa and whether he turns up and scores a bunch of goals. Because if he doesn't, it's going to be tricky, I think. Candela has had a good season as well out on the side, and I believe Verong has 7 assists, which is also great. Aymar with 5, and he has a bunch of dribbles. I think he's the most dribbling player in the league. But yeah, that's the Northern Burn squad. Both managers, everyone at their disposal, done what they could. Enough talking, and we dive straight into East Coast against Northern Burn. Good luck to both managers, and we'll see if this will be as exciting as some of the previous encounters between these two sides. And will it be a repeat of last year's final? It's two of the giants, let's be honest. It's two of the giants, East Coast and Northern Burn. I think 46 playoff games between them, 21 for East Coast, 25 for Northern Burn. Now, they've, of course, added one to their total each. So it's good that I had that stat to kind of drag off and talk a little bit about because nothing was happening. And just as I say that, it's in Pensa. I mentioned it before the game. It's all on his shoulders. No offense to the manager, it's on his shoulders as well, but it's really on Impensa's shoulders. And he has opened the scoring. They've had 6 shots, one on target, not a single shot from East Coast. Manager is going to be very unimpressed with that. Let's have a look at the Northern Burns stats here. Finding the form just in time. Everyone is on a 7. Rui Costa gets an assist and Impensa scores his 23rd, I guess, or whatever of the season. And an unsurprising as is from Ian. I'm guessing it's going to be an as is from Dimple as well. Um, Not usually one for making changes at 60 minutes, uh, but we will see. Yeah, 0 shots. That's what I'm thinking as well, Steve. Maybe that will encourage him to do something. Oh, indeed, it does. Indeed, it does. It's uh, scores to AMC, I guess, like this. Let me know if you want to swap them around. Emerson to MC, Ambrosini here. Arrows on AMCs and off these ones. Let me know if you want to swap Ronaldinho's goals, or if you're happy to leave them like this. Excellent. Some thumbs up from the manager. We dive into the second half. 60 minutes is our next stopping point. First 15 coming up. Ronaldinho comes forward. There's Ambrosini. Ndiaye picks up a yellow card. I believe he was already on a yellow, so he is likely to miss the next match if I'm not much mistaken. 50 minutes now. Rui Costa comes forward, cleared away by Rustico. Scholes could be looking at a yellow card. Indeed, he picks one up. I don't think he was on one already, so that's probably going to be fine. They were backing off Paul Scholes there, and he comes into the area backing off Paul Scholes. I'm not sure that's a good idea. I don't want to give him room to shoot, but yeah, it's been a little bit better for East Coast. They've had a couple of shots, one of them at least as well on target. And down at Northern Burns end, so Campbell's on an 8, Costa's on an 8, and Pence's on an 8. There are no fitness concerns. This smells like a gas hiss from Mr. Edwards, but we will see. We will see what he says. Uh, Meanwhile, over in the East Coast camp, Szymkowiak is on a 6, and so is Constantino. I'm not sure uh, if there are any obvious substitutions. I mean, Castroman could obviously come on. He's done pretty well on that right-hand side, potentially. We've got Fernando Torres as well, who could come on as a kind of a wild card. Reyes for Scholes. Where is he? There. And Castroman for Szymkowiak. Excellent. Keeping the faith in Constantino, Ronaldinho, Robin, of course, and a couple of substitutions there. 27 minutes left to play. East Coast doing their best to find a way back into this. We'll, of course, have a second game in just a couple of minutes' time. Oof, but it's Candela of all people. Unlikely scorer has made it 2 for Northern Burn, pretty much out of nothing. Obviously, the tie's not beyond East Coast just yet, but it's gonna be uphill for sure. They will have the advantage of. Oh my goodness, that's not gone well at all, has it? We'll see. We'll see what the manager wants to do, but it's been a nightmare for East Coast this evening. Don't forget the loser of this tie will have another stab at it as they play the winner of Haggis and Foss Road. So all is not lost, of course. Let's see if Dimble wants to do anything here. If it's going to be a roll and hope for the best, who knows? Maybe putting Reyes back and centralizing Ronaldinho, or Ronaldinho to the wing, centralizing Reyes, something like that could be done maybe. Um, just to cover off that flank. I mean, Candela has been brilliant and already scored this evening. So obviously you don't want to like leave that too open. Uh, while Dimble considers this, Reyes right and roll. Okay, cool. Um, I'm going to give you the chance, Ian. I know you're going to say as is, but you do have the chance to do something for the last 20 minutes. But I'm guessing it's going to be an as is from Mr. Edwards. Rui Costa's on a 9, so is Impensa, so is Candela. It's been an excellent performance from the away side here. Let's see. Let's see, Constantino, the 10 men have done things before in the Super League, of course. Don't forget that. Not necessarily over just because you go down to 10, especially when you've got Ronaldinho in your lineup. Ooh, it's been ruled out for offside. Heartbreak. Heartbreak for the Brazilian or Australian, as he is in this case. Nonetheless, thought he had a goal in the back of the net. That would have been a huge goal for East Coast there, but it's been ruled out for offside. Terrible luck for the home side, and Northern Burn keep coming forward, creating their own chances as well. There is Campbell coming forward for some reason. It's Rui Costa. That's a much more likely protagonist in this scenario. Bart is doing exceptionally well to keep East Coast in this. Excellent saves from him, from many Northern Burn attempts. There comes Imar forward as well. Turam picks up a yellow. Not sure if he was on one, but that could potentially be an issue. Northern Burn looking for revenge from that last season's defeat. Um, they've done their best this evening. They're 2-0 up. If they can hang on to this, it's going to be very, very difficult for East Coast to turn this around in the return leg. Veron comes forward, finds some Penza. Rustico just about intercepts that one. East Coast comes forward. There's Ronaldinho. Kovalchuk's upended. Ronaldinho has another go, tries to do it all by himself here. Not to be for East Coast, it would seem. Unless, nope, Bartes with a save, but I think that's got to be it. There can't be many more seconds left to play. Or can there? It's a huge amount of chances that we've squeezed into the last couple of minutes here, but indeed, that is it. 12 shots, 7 on target for Northern Burn. Really clicked for them this evening. 4 and 3 for East Coast. Just overwhelmed by the Northern Burn pressure there. Good game by Bartes, good by Turam, good by all of the defensive players. Attacking wise, Constantino was struggling, so was Robin, Reyes as well, and Kestroman, of course, who came on and got sent off. And not great news for East Coast. Northern Burn only fly in the ointment is going to be that Asana Ndiaye yellow card, and he will probably sit out the next match, but we will get to that in just a second. Now it's going to be Australia time, I'm sure. I guarantee it. And we'll get back to the action very, very shortly after this. Um, for anyone interesting, here's Australia against American Samoa. Let's see. Let's see if we can keep the run going. Um, Moniz is the scorer. He's not done too bad actually. I won't bore you with the details. We will, of course, all get the save after the end of the season, so I'm not going to show you all of these out of league players and all of this kind of stuff. It's a bit of an anticlimax, this. But the alternative is that I cut the save and then get back in and all this kind of stuff. So I just not cut the save, but cut the show. But we'll just do it like this. I'm sure it's going to be fine. How often do you get to see American Samoa in action anyway? Not that often, I bet. And just giving the two managers a little bit of a breather. Oh, Kovacevic, I think he's the top scorer. He's been uh, he's been heavily involved. Um, but indeed, if you want to, when you get the save, if you want to see the best players from out of the league in one place, especially those with Australian nationalities, they're all in the Australia and the Australia under 21 squads. So that's an easy one-stop shop for that. Good. Um, let's see if we can get back to the action as soon as possible. And Northern Burn. Let's see what are the fixtures. The 23rd, okay. So we shall click this one very, very quickly. I'm building up praise for Roy Keane in the background, by the way. He thanks his manager. Oh, we've got Foss Road against Haggis first. I forgot. Are you both here? 36 or something like that, wasn't it? I think it was a lot. It was a lot. Anyway, anyway, we've actually got this Foss Road game before the Dimble one, so apologies for that. So Smudge, you can go to bed in a second. Um, let's see. Change player. let's have a look at Foss Road first. Yeah, that's 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 not brilliant. Right, let's have a look at Haggis first because I think they only have like one change to make. I think that's it. If you want to do anything else, Ian, we'll come back to Haggis. Don't worry. Um, Foss Road, meanwhile, um, yeah, I'll let you have a think. I mean, Gerard is back, so that's always something. So is Carrick, Eduardo Costa as well. Plenty of DMC's options. Can you click on Carrick? I can indeed. He's looking incredibly promising with many, many deceiving numbers that look high but are actually 13s, 10s, and 14s. I can click on whoever you want. Eduardo Costa. You want to see Eduardo Costa? He's got 20 off the ball. That's good. He's never played though. So that might be a bit of a gamble. Um, Down in your reserves, you've got Maresca. What's he done to be dumped down there? Matias Almeida, you've got as well. Vampeta. I mean, he's done well internationally. Gotta give him that. Who's Marinho? A Brazilian central defender. He comes, yeah, Grêmio indeed. I don't think he normally moves to Europe. You don't normally don't see him a lot in home saves. So, do you have any central midfield? No, you don't have any central midfielders either. Oh, the decimated Foss Road squad. I can bring up all of your reserves. They should all be fit. You have players like Lincoln, Gallardo. Gallardo's not looking too bad. He plays like garbage, but not looking too bad. Conceição, Locatelli. He's done well, Locatelli. Plenty of options. Plenty of options here for Smarts, who I'm guessing is clicking around on his home version of the save now, desperately trying to find a solution to this problem. Indeed, talking on the phone. Oh, that's harsh. Harsh, but potentially fair. Right, we get what's going on here. Totti goes to MC, okay, and Conceição at MR. Argel for Mourinho on the bench. Uh-huh. And how do you solve a problem like your DMC lineup? That's the big question. That's what we're all waiting to find out. Gerard and Carrick. Um, so, but am I right in guessing it'll be like this? Oh, I missed. Oh, Gerard Carrick as the DMs. Oh, okay, I see it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry, no, I missed that. Apologies. Presume like this: Van Bronckhorst on the left, Carrick and Gerard on the right. John a captain, Totti. That'll have to do. Good, good stuff. Good stuff. Haggis, just the one change, just kind of our coming back in for Said. Um, Obviously given a hint at what he might do now, Haggis, if he's in trouble. That should give the Foss Road manager some food for thought. But let's have a look. I mean, Carrick's going to be key here, isn't he, really? Ooh, Figo opens the scoring on 2 minutes. not on my bingo card, but Haggis manager will take it for sure. Figo, the direct opponent of Michael Carrick, obviously, with the, with the deceptive attributes. Um, Certainly not over yet, but it looks as if Haggis have turned up with some real intentions here. Intentions to make a preliminary final, potentially against East Coast if they can't turn that game around against Northern Burn. Could we have a Haggis Northern Burn final? How would that be? Two most experienced managers in the league. Oh, but Totti has scored. Totti has scored. He's equalised for Foster Road. That just as we're coming up to half time. Montella now and Anelka and Bauman and Montella and his Montella for Haggis. They are on a roll at the moment, scoring goals. 42 minutes played and two goals for Haggis, one for Foster Road. We're coming up to halftime here. It is, of course, a one-off this game. There are no second legs here. This is the semi-final of the minor semi-final. So it's a winner takes a spot in the preliminary final. And will it be Haggis or will it be Foster Road? There is Haggis coming forward again just as we come up to halftime. Looks as if they are desperate to make it three. Um, Yellow card for Totti after Joe Cole got that red card. I mean, at least Totti managed to stay on the pitch. Two shots on target each, but Haggis have had five in total. Foster just the two. Haggis stats are as follows: David Prutton's on a 6. Manager might be tempted to give him a rest, or maybe not. Bauman with 2 assists, such an important performance for him this evening, and it was of course Montella and Figo with the goals so far. Uh, Smog and oh, perfect. Yeah, he's gonna earn his assistant manager's salary now, isn't he? Coming up with a solution to this. Um, Haggis Tactics Car Modu Par for Rotten. And that'll do for now. Meanwhile, over at Foss Road, what are you gonna do, boys? Anything? Stick? Hang in there? Well, it is kind of in the name of the title of the actual formation, Logan. So I was, I want to know, Illusion, that you are still heavily involved, and hopefully we'll see you back soon. I don't hope any other managers leave, of course, but hopefully we'll see you back as a manager in the Super League as well in the not too distant. Um, as is for now, brave by the Foster Road manager. Haggis still in control, more or less. Headed by Totti. Jeremies picks it up, brings it forward. There's Cannavaro, Samuel. There's Figo. Figo again. Montella with a great chance. Hoffland with a tackle to save the day. Oh, but Petkoff out of nothing again, just as he did in the last game. I think he scored the third goal in the last game as well. And it's very much uphill for Foster Road now. They're down by 2 goals with just half an hour left to play. And Haggis have looked a lot more dangerous. Um, could it be? Could it be that Nick Matulin is not a big game player? I don't know. I haven't checked his hidden attributes, but I believe that in both season 4 and 5, no, 5 and 6, Ryan used Nick Matulin the full regular season, but swapped to Casillas for the playoffs. Anyone correct me on that? We will see. Haggis, um, doing brilliantly. Can't put a foot wrong. Haven't put a foot wrong all game. I mean, apart from Proton, but he's got pulled. Palmo in. He's also on a 6, but the manager's not going to worry too much about that. He's winning 3-1 away to Foss Road, and looking for a spot in the minor, uh, whatever it's called, the preliminary final, and looking to be one of the only other team apart from Greaves' whatever they were, who won from outside of the top two. I think that's only happened once, if I'm not mistaken. Foss Road, meanwhile, boys, it's now or never. Let's be honest. Haggis has already said as is. Yeah, indeed, Doug, and he did. And I'm sure it was Nick Matulin that was his first choice keeper during the regular season, and then he put Casillas in the last games. So yeah, Casillas has won more stars than anybody in the league history. There are three of them that have six. Casillas is one of them. I think it's six. I think I made like a quiz or something. I'm not going to open the Excel now, but uh, uh, yeah, there was three. We spoke about that. Right. Totti back out right. Right. Conceição for, where is he? Trezeguet. Right on top of Crespo and Aaron Saviola. Like this, I'm guessing. Looks about right, doesn't it? Totti on the right, Conceição for Trezeguet. To the right of Crespo, Aaron Saviola. Yep, absolutely. Why am I still playing three DMCs here? Well, you can't leave anything. You can't leave things to chance. You need to. Three DMCs is the way to go. Okay, here we go. Take care out. Del Piero. Put it on the left. Oh my goodness, that's not gone well, has it? There we go. Good. Arrows off the DMCs. Excellent. 28 minutes left to play. It's kind of almost like what Haggis did here, did last time out, with the three up top and all of these kind of things. We'll see. We'll see if it works out for you. Up the three up top. Yeah. Suspension killed the. Well, you're out without four key players, to be fair. Um, and you have to play Michael Carrick, which I pointed out was a shitty idea, but we'll leave it at that. He probably did okay. I don't know anything about this game anyway. Season four Michael Carrick might be spectacular. Who knows? Doesn't look as if it's paid off anyway. 12 minutes left to go though. Ooh, that's a red card for Kevin Hoffland this time. It's not getting any better. I presume Laos and Central, unless you want to do something miraculous. Campbell, if you want to confirm in the meantime, if you want to do something, while we just wait for, yeah, one at the back. That's good. Haggis, you want to do anything? Or you're happy enough just to roll across the line? Perfect. Game's gone. Literally. Um, yeah, the pain of the playoffs. It's no fun. It's no fun. You spend 6 months on this, and then and then Figo and Petkov score two goals against you, and it's done. It's tough. It all comes down to this, but that's why we love it, I guess. Winning teams are often the ones that avoid suspensions and injuries. Indeed, it is often the case. Consistency is key in the Super League. Always has been, always will be. Less change of lineup, less change of formation, the better. That's usually how it works. Um, but indeed, solid performance by the Haggis goalkeeper, and overall a little bit unlucky for Road with all of those sort of accumulated yellow cards coming back to haunt him when it really mattered. Hoffland will obviously start the new season suspended as well, and Kuhl picks up an injury here on 90 minutes just to put the icing on the cake. We'll just run through the last minute or two here. I think that's going to be it because I really want to squeeze in. If Edwards and Dimple are still here, I really want to squeeze in their game as well. So, um, yeah, excellent performance by the Haggis. 11 and 6, Phosphor 6 and 5, as we just saw. Two assists for Bauma. Um, Goals are plenty. Not a single yellow card picked up. Haggis are going to go into the preliminary final with their heads held high, with good morale, with excellent spirits. They're going to be a tough opponent for whoever they come up against. Road, I mean, just symptomatic for their season. Injury to Kuhl, yellow cards, red card, Hoffland. The squad is probably top two, if I'm being kind of like honest, I guess. But it's yeah, you got to keep them playing those starting 11. Otherwise you end up with Michael Carrick and Alessandro Del Piero having to do all the heavy lifting, and that does not go well, unfortunately. Steve, that's a very good question, actually, and I will show you a bit of news if I can still find it. Um, let's see. Uh, if I go to Crossroad News, I believe there was. Um, I believe this answers your question. I believe that's the key to Foss Road's problems this season is that they have set a new record of 47 yellows and 6 red cards. So yeah, that's not gone that's not gone particularly well if we put it like that. But anyway, let's get the last game out of the way as well. If you just bear with me, very short. There's a new, oh, okay, of course. This has obviously been updated. It's now 50 yellow cards, 50 yellow and 7 reds. Yeah, and not just a participation trophy. So well done. Meanwhile, back with the action. Northern Burn, as mentioned, um, India is out. So Ian, it's over to you. Um, Vieira and Ljungberg kind of swap, or what are we looking at here? Potentially resting Verong. I mean, it would be a shame to be without Verong in a final. Missing key players in the final is not a story that Northern Burn would like to repeat, I'm sure. Um, Vieira back to this, and Ljungberg in for him. Verong stays on. Okay, brave move. Both delighted, blah, blah, blah. Raul Tamudo, glowing training report. Perfect. I'll wait to see what happens with that. Right, and hopefully Dimple's here as well because we have we have a few problems. We have a few problems with the lineup. I am guessing it's going to be uh, Baldini, maybe Dacour in a DMC for Emerson, and I don't know who goes on the bench. Maybe Mito. We'll see. Hopefully he's still here and able to give us the instructions so that we can get the last game out of the way. If not, we will save it. Of course. Oh, can I have the same tactical changes as in the game, please? 2 AMCs, raise in for scrolls. Okay, okay, okay. Uh, it's something like this. Arrows off these two and on these two. I believe that's right. And then let's see how I'm trying to avoid screwing this up. Baldini for Turam, that's the obvious one. Reyes in for Scholes. Is that the MC? How did we finish this last game? Aha, Emerson MC. Yeah, 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 indeed. And then we had Ronaldinho and then Reyes. It was like this, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Got you, got you, got you. And Mido and Chadwick on the bench. Where are they? Mido. Where's Luke? Is he down in the reserves? Poor Luke. Good to go? I guess. No objections? Okay, let's go. Let's see some uninteresting news. For the chance to play Haggis in the preliminary final next week, Northern Burn against East Coast. Surrender. We'll see. We'll see if that would be necessary. You never know. Northern Burn have had their fair share of issues this season. It's not all been plain sailing for them, but they look as if they're in pretty solid form now. Um, Bad luck to the loser. You feel like Haggis have got a lot of momentum going into that preliminary final, though. If they can if they can keep that up, that's going to be a tough opposition for Northern Burn or for East Coast indeed. Whoever ends up facing them, that's not going to be easy. That's that's not gone well, has it? That's not gone well at all for Northern Burn. I'm guessing a straight shot for Owen. Waiting for Ian to confirm that with a straight face. Yeah, and I'll have a look at the condition. It's 18. That's done. He's done. Impensa's done for the season, I'm afraid. Um, yeah. Oof. How do we recover from that one? By a Michael Owen brace, perhaps? We'll see. Just need a wrong yellow card now and a couple of goals for East Coast to complete the picture. Probably won't go as bad, but yeah, that's a tough one. Raul Tamudo was praised for his performances in training, by the way, so that could be a solution to your problem there. But obviously, Impensa picking up that injury has rattled the entire Northern Burn side. Um, Players looking confused and struggling to string meaningful chances together, and it's East Coast coming forward. Let's not forget that East Coast finished the last game pretty strongly. Buffon with a good save though there, and Campbell scrambles it away. East Coast finished the last game strongly, could potentially turn this into a real encounter in the second half, especially if they can get a goal early here or late here in the first half. That will really boost their morale, while Northern Burn will still be reeling from that injury to the unlucky Impensa. Robin, we've not seen much of him in the last game and not much in this one either. So he has definitely got some payback to come up with here. Emerson pushes contract. Did it say that and nothing happened? Yeah, anyway, there comes Candela. Got a certain goal, but it wasn't to be, and that is half time. Very, very tense here at the furnace. With, as mentioned, Impenza going off with a rather serious looking injury. Picked up a knock, it says here. We'll see about that. Um, Match that still in Northern Burn's favour, though. They seem to have this pretty much under control. Abrosini's on a yellow, Rustico's on a 6, Junkoviak and Ronaldinho not playing great either. Northern Burn, unsurprisingly, going as is. We'll just have a look at the performance from their players. It's a 9 for Patrick Vieira, doing very, very well, stepping up and stepping in that DMC role. Ljungberg has not done great, neither has Verong, but they've not really had to be honest. It's not really looking dangerous yet for them, as East Coast have yet to score or yet to register a shot on target even. On the bench, it's Fernando Torres, it's Chadwick, it's Mido likely sort of player to bring on. Obviously, former Super League winner with Swindon, I guess, if I'm not mistaken. Or he played there anyway. I can't remember if it was when they won or not, but he was definitely there. Uh, yeah, what do you do in a situation like this? All is not lost. There is still the Haggis game, potentially to save the season. A diagonal arrow up Emerson's booty. We shall do that, and that is all. Will that be enough? We'll see. We have obviously got 15 minutes to play now, up until the 60, and other changes can be made. There's Michael Owen, but he's not. It's not striking fear in the heart of the opposition, is he really? That's going to be a yellow card for Emerson there for East Coast. Still Northern Burn looking very Northern Burny in this game. It has the look of a late winner for the home side, to be honest, after frustrating their opponents for 87 minutes. But who knows? East Coast have proven that they can score, and they have proven that they are a force to be reckoned with, of course, in the Super League. 23rd playoff appearance for the manager. And we move to the hour mark. It's still a game of chess here at the furnace. Buffon with a great save, though. That's 2 saves I think he's had to make in the second half. Oh, one only. Okay, fair enough. Northern Burn 4-2, East Coast 3-1. Northern Burn stats will bring them up first, as managers likely to go as is. Despite having a bunch of sixes, Verong, Lundberg, Aymar, as all three are on sixes. Everyone else doing a very good job at the back. No fitness concerns for anyone else other than Impensa, obviously. I think it was 18. And he goes as is. We'll leave East Coast up for a second. Meanwhile, I'll check your playoff appearances straight. So you have had, where did I put it? You have had, not counting tonight, 11. You had 244 regular season games and 255 games in total. So that'll be 11. I can share all this with you after the season. When I get all the stats updated, you'll be able to see that. 11 plus the whatever you had now, 2 or 3. And Horace on for Ambrosini. Was it? Horace for Ambrosini. 3 up top. Ronnie the left striker. Reyes at AMC. Go out to central, no arrow. There we go. I mean, it is now or never, I guess. That's what, the third or the fourth time this evening we're going to see a 3 up top. Excellent. That's Pinto. Guaranteed. Practically guaranteed. Exactly. I mean, just got to go for it. Just got to go for it. 25 minutes left to play. Just got to find 2 goals and a golden goal, and you'll be straight into the final. Um, Northern Burn obviously doing their best to prevent that from happening, as they have been doing so many times in the past. And it seems as if they've got this one under control. I think that was a good 15, 20 minutes with literally nothing happening. There was Michael Owen of all people, but Barthez obviously saves it when it really matters. Barthez steps up. He could still be making a final appearance, of course, but it doesn't have a bunch of goals written all over it, this one. 8 minutes to play now. That was Owen with a rebound. There's Ljungberg. He must score, but he doesn't. Aymar now comes forward. Candela goes past Shimkoviak. 3 minutes to be added on. They're coming up now. Candela tries again, and there's Contra. It has been all Northern Burn these last 5, 10 minutes, to be honest. And there it is. I think I might have mentioned it earlier. Frustrating the opponents for 87 minutes. Find the winner. Northern Burn strolls into the final, on track for their whatever it is, fourth potential fourth star, for Mr. Edwards and his enigmatic Northern Burn side. Congratulations to the home side. Congratulations to Mr. Edwards. Well done on reaching the final. Commiserations to Dimple. However, you do get another shot at this next week when you take on the Haggis in the preliminary final. So hopefully without too many too many suspended players. I don't think Sol Campbell was on a card, so Northern Burn look as if they're going to be at full strength for the final. Apart from Mpenza, obviously, I think we'll finish the evening by figuring out how serious that is, and we'll leave it at that. So let me just have a look at this, and we will see. Month. Two come along at once. Indeed. And now all you have to do is decide whether you play Owen or Tamudo in the final. Everything is going to be fine because Mpenza won't make it. It's already super late, guys. Thank you very much for your patience and your participation. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Hope you did as well. Good luck to the three sides still in it: East Coast, Haggis, and Northern Burn. 3 of the most decorated and experienced managers in the league. Good luck to you all. I'll speak to you soon. Enjoy the rest of the evening.